Hey, what's up everyone? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz and you're here for your free picks from the MLS on Saturday, June 24th. Well guys, we have a very busy day ahead of us. Well, mostly busy evening with 14 games in the MLS on the schedule, kicking off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern and finishing off at 10:30 p.m. Eastern if I'm not mistaken. A lot of games to talk about. So make sure you stay tuned to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. We do appreciate it a lot. And if you want my best bets, click the link in the description of this video, and that will get you up to my page on the Pick Dawgz website where you can sign up. Like I said, guys, 14 games on the schedule, a lot of games to go through. So without wasting any more time, let's get this show on the road. The first game we have is between Charlotte and Montreal, guys. And as we can see, Charlotte is a decent favorite at home at minus 112, despite not winning any of their last four games and despite Montreal being on a two-game winning streak. Uh, Overall, on the road so far this season, Montreal has been really bad. Only one win, one draw, and eight losses, and that's probably why Charlotte is such a favorite at home. And they're also a pretty solid team, but Montreal is coming off of a nice win against Nashville 1-0 at home. However, I just don't see them keeping two clean sheets in a row. I think that Montreal will score a goal here on the road because Charlotte is in horrible form defensively, but I also think they will concede a goal. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score in this matchup, minus 148, very decent price in my opinion, and I'll take advantage of it. So Charlotte against Montreal, both teams to score. In the next matchup, guys, we have Columbus hosting Nashville, and this could be potentially a very interesting game because, as I've said in the previous video, Nashville has been hitting both teams to score like crazy, with the exception of their last game against Montreal, which they lost 1-0. While Columbus is actually now undefeated in their last four games, and they have hit both teams to score in their last five games in a row, while hitting both teams to score in over 2.5 in their last 4 of 5 games. So I think this is going to be a highly competitive matchup. Both teams have a few injuries, but they will definitely both go for the win here, guys. And for that reason, I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals, minus 127. I do like both teams to score as well, but I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit safer, take the volatility out of this, and the price on the over 2.5 is definitely good enough at minus 127. DC United is hosting Cincinnati, guys, and I'm keeping this one fairly simple. DC United is in horrible form. They won only one of their last 6 games, and somehow they are the favorites here against Cincinnati, the team that hasn't lost in their last 14 games. Cincinnati on the road also has 3 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss. They have been in outstanding form. They are coming off of a nice win against Toronto at home, 3-0, and giving me Cincinnati on the money line at plus 210. I'll take it, guys. So, like I said, I'm keeping this one simple. I'm taking Cincinnati on the money line plus 210. Even if they end up losing this game, the reward definitely outweighs the risk. And in my opinion, I think that Cincinnati will get another win and they will extend their streak without a single loss. So Cincinnati on the money line. New England is hosting Toronto in the next matchup in that Eastern Conference, and these two teams are so far apart when it comes to form, guys. It's unimaginable to me if Toronto can get a win here, to be honest. Toronto hasn't won any of their last 4 games. They are coming off of a loss on the road against Cincinnati 3-0. They are still without a single win on the road this season with 4 draws and 5 losses, while New England is undefeated at home with 6 wins and 3 draws. Everything is pointing towards New England here. However, TFC has quite a bit of an offense, and despite all the injuries they have, they still have Bernadeschi and Insigne in the lineup, and those two can score a goal against any team out there. And on top of that, New England has a bunch of injured players. So instead of choosing New England to win, I'm gonna go with over 2.5 goals in this one, minus 167. I'm also playing it a bit safe, but I think I might add both teams to score to this pick as well and get a better price for it. But over 2.5 is definitely good enough as well at minus 167. In the next matchup, guys, we have New York Red Bulls playing against Atlanta, and Atlanta is actually undefeated in their last 6 or 7 games in a row now. However, they have won only one of their last 6 games. And on the road so far this season, they have only 1 win, 5 draws, and 3 losses. And as we can see from that, they are not that good of a team on the road. Uh, while at home, they are definitely one of the top scoring teams. When playing at home, New York Red Bulls haven't lost to Atlanta in their last 6 games, and I could potentially see that being the case here as well. But New York Red Bulls have been in a pretty bad form. They haven't won any of their last 2 games, but they have been scoring goals quite consistently. So in this game, guys, I'm gonna go with both teams to score -134. Like I said, Atlanta on the road hasn't been doing that good of a job on either end, but they could definitely get to the scoreboard against this sloppy New York Red Bulls team, especially on that defensive end. Philadelphia is hosting Inter Miami. That's a 7:30 p.m. Eastern game, and they are big favorites. Inter Miami only 1 win on the road this season, alongside 7 losses, while Philadelphia has lost only 1 home game this season, and they are one of the top teams in the MLS this season so far. And I'm gonna go all in on Philadelphia in this game, guys. I'm gonna take Philadelphia to win and over 2.5 goals, -110. Can Inter Miami get to the scoreboard? They might. I don't think that Messi will be playing here in this game. I think that they are projecting his first game of the season to be sometime in July. So Philadelphia doesn't have much to worry about in this game, and for that reason, I'm taking Philadelphia to win and over 2.5 goals. Kansas and Chicago will be clashing, guys. That's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and these two teams are pretty similar, very close in the standings, only 1 point difference. Head-to-head matchups have gone 16 games have gone to Kansas, 16 games have gone to Chicago, and we have seen 12 draws as well. When playing at home, Kansas hasn't lost to Chicago in their last 9 games, and they are in a slightly better form right now. But Chicago is coming off of a nice win against Portland on the road, 2-1. And both teams have been conceding quite a lot of goals as of late, especially Kansas, who has hit both teams to score in their last 6 games in a row. So I think this is going to be a very competitive match for both teams, and I think we're going to see some chances on both sides. And for that reason, guys, I'm going with both teams to score in over 2.5. -104, amazing price if you ask me. And honestly, I don't see either side keeping a clean sheet in this game. We have another Texas Derby going on, guys, on Saturday in the MLS. And this time it's Austin playing against Houston at home. And Austin is actually coming off of a great performance against Dallas. They have beaten them 3-0 midweek, and they will definitely be looking to get another win against Houston. However, Houston is in a much better form than Dallas is, and they will be a much stronger opponent here to Austin. And Houston actually is undefeated in their last 4 games. Not only undefeated, they are on a 4 game winning streak. The only problem I see for Houston is that on the road they haven't been playing that well, at least not consistently. They have only 1 win, 2 draws, and 6 losses so far, and they haven't beaten Austin in their last 3 games on the road. So potentially, given their current form, Houston could definitely do something in this game. And for Austin to keep 2 clean sheets in a row, I just don't see it happening, guys. And I think this is going to be another great Texas Derby here that we have going on. And I'm going to go with both teams to score in over 2.5 goals. -104, another great price. And I think it's going to be another exciting matchup. And we're going to see plenty of chances on both sides in this Texas Derby. Colorado will be hosting Galaxy, LA Galaxy, that is in the MLS on Saturday evening, guys. And their game against Vancouver was postponed the other day. I'm not sure what the problem was, the bad weather or something probably. But so far at home, they have been horrible. Colorado overall has been horrible this season. They have only 4 draws and 4 losses at home, 0 wins, and they haven't won any of their last 8 games. LA Galaxy hasn't been that much better. They are so inconsistent, and they are struggling a lot on both ends. However, they are now undefeated in their last 2 games. They have scored 3 goals in those 2 games. They have scored 5 goals in their last 3 games. And you know what? They seem to be getting a bit of a momentum in that attacking end. However, they still can't defend. So if Galaxy wants to get a win out of this game, and I'm pretty sure they do want to get a win because they feel like they can get it against the weakest team in the league, I think that they will need to score at least a couple of goals. So in this game, I'm taking Galaxy team total over 1.5. That's plus 175 right now. And I think that's an outstanding price considering who they play against. And I'm going to try to take advantage of that, guys. So Colorado against Galaxy. I'm taking LA Galaxy over 1.5 goals team total. And that's at plus 175. Salt Lake will be hosting Minnesota in the next matchup that we have going on, guys, and they are a bit of a favorite at plus 102 at home. They definitely should be because Minnesota actually hasn't won any of their last 5 games. They have lost 3 of those 5 games, and they're struggling a lot on that defensive end. They have been conceding a lot of goals, and Salt Lake on the other side has been scoring a lot of goals, whether they play at home or on the road. Like I said, Minnesota hasn't won any of their last 5 games, guys. And when playing at home, Salt Lake hasn't lost to Minnesota in their last 5 games. And on top of that, Salt Lake is actually undefeated in their last 5 games in a row. They are on a 2-game winning streak right now. Their offense is clicking. They're firing on all cylinders, guys. And Minnesota might as well get on the scoreboard here. They are definitely good enough to do that. But they do have some injuries, and that potentially will be a chance for Salt Lake to get on the scoreboard at least a couple of times. And for that reason, guys, I'm taking Salt Lake team total over 1.5 goals. It's minus 112. You kind of can tell that the books are expecting it. Otherwise, the price would be in the plus money. But minus 112 for on Salt Lake team total is good enough for me, and that's what I will take in this game. LAFC is hosting Vancouver, and this is going to be a very fun game in my opinion because both teams have a lot of offense, and Vancouver at the moment on the road still without a single win. Now, their latest game was postponed against Colorado, we know that, and they will definitely try to get a win out of this match, and they have enough quality to get on the scoreboard. They have enough offense to be a threat here. But it seems like LAFC is gaining a bit of a momentum. They are now on a 2-game winning streak. They have beaten 2 strong teams in the MLS. And it seems like they're getting back their groove. And once again, they're being the dominant team in their games. Vancouver hasn't won any of their last 9 games on the road against LAFC. But they are now undefeated in their last 4 games. They have only 1 loss in their last 6 games. Like I said, they have a lot of offense, and for that reason, I think we're going to see a ton of corners here in this game, guys. So, I'm going with over 10.5 corners, 10.5 corner kicks between both teams combined. It's minus 118. I think we're going to see a lot of chances in this game, a lot of back and forth football, and I think this is going to be a highly entertaining match. So, LAFC against Vancouver, I'm going with over 10.5 corner kicks. Portland is hosting New York City FC, and they will try to bounce back after that unfortunate loss to Chicago at home. But at the moment, it doesn't look like Portland has a lot of offense going their way. And luckily for them, they're playing against NYCFC, the team that hasn't won any of their last 11 games, the team that has been conceding goals like crazy this season, and the team that is still without a single win on the road this season. So, does Portland deserve to be the favorite here? Absolutely. Can they get a win? I'm not so sure because it looks like that NYC has also been gaining a little bit of a momentum as of late, and they are undefeated in their last 4 games, and they have scored 3 goals in their last 2 games. So instead of choosing the side here, guys, I'm going with both teams to score. Minus 136, that seems to be the way to go with NYC over the last couple of weeks, and I'm gonna keep taking this until it misses. So Portland against NYCFC, both teams to score. In the next matchup, guys, we have San Jose playing against St. Louis, and this is gonna be an interesting matchup as well because St. Louis is now on a 3-game streak without a win, and they're definitely due for a nice performance, whether that happens at home or on the road. While San Jose on the other side is still undefeated at home this season. They have 6 wins, 3 draws, and 0 losses. And even though they're coming off of a loss against Houston, 4-1 on the road, they're still an outstanding team at home. And I definitely think that they deserve to be the favorites here. However, like I said, St. Louis definitely is due for a nice performance. They got to get their offense going once again. And I think it might happen here. So I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals in this game. Minus 159. The price is not that good, but maybe we put it in a double with something else. And maybe with the TFC and that New England game, put it in a double, put these two games in a double and get nice plus money out of it, guys. But like I said, San Jose against St. Louis, I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals. And the last game of the day in the MLS will be in that game with Seattle and Orlando. I did forget to upload the picture. I apologize for that, guys. So we're just gonna have to do it like this. Seattle is a bit of a favorite against Orlando here, despite not winning any of their last 4 games, and despite winning only one of their last 6. Well, Orlando on the other side hasn't been like the top team in the MLS, but they have been scoring a lot of goals quite consistently, and they're coming off of a 2-2 draw against Philadelphia. So I think this is gonna be a highly entertaining matchup, a high octane football, guys. And usually when these two teams meet, we see both teams to score, and the over 2.5 hitting quite often. It hasn't hit only once, and I think that's gonna change here. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score in over 2.5 in this game, guys. And it's plus 125 right now. Definitely the price is highly affordable, and I think the risk is definitely worth taking here, because I think as with this being the last game of the day, I think it's gonna be an entertaining one, and I think both teams will go for the win. So Seattle against Orlando, I'm going with both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. We have 14 games to go through. I think we've done it pretty quickly, just in about 16 minutes or so. So thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. Thank you for being patient, and that's it, guys. Stay tuned for more free picks. Have a great Saturday, and good luck with your bets.